Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to the RMR Breakdown. I'm Joey J. Ping, and this is your go-to sports show for all things NFL, Major League Baseball, the NBA, the WNBA, and fighting. And today, we're excited to have another episode of the RMR Breakdown here. This segment today is brought to you guys by drinkblackmarket.com, pouring dark energy into every game. I really appreciate you guys for joining the show today. Up first, we've got NFL Week 6. We're going to run through the scores from the week. We've got some of the top stories we're going to be discussing as well. And before we get started, I just want to do a big shout out to the Raiders because we got the dub, man. You already know. We'll get more into that later. It's a very exciting time to be a Raiders fan as we are now 2-4, but we'll dive into that here in a little bit. Up first, though, Panthers 30, Cowboys 27. Julio. Great game. Panthers came back to really do their thing. Chiefs 30, Lions 17, Packers 27, Bengals 18, Steelers 23, Browns 9. It's crazy watching. It's crazy watching Aaron Rodgers do his thing for the Steelers, right? He's just really slanging that. Patriots 25 over the Saints. Both teams are terrible. Raiders 20-10 over the Titans. The Raiders had 6 sacks, an interception. Max Crosby did his thing. I wore this jersey, this Tim Brown jersey. I wore it for the last 4 weeks in a row. And then I wore the motherfucking Bo Jackson jersey yesterday and we got the dub. Let's see. Broncos, Jets. Broncos 13, Jets 11. Game took place in London. The NFL continues to expand. Check out my full article about that. The Seahawks beat the Jaguars 20-12. 7 sacks from the Seahawks. Buccaneers 30, 49ers 19. We've got a Monday Night Football game tonight. Should be a good game. Right now, defense across the NFL is really the defining elements here. And I have to say this. As somebody who barely played in high school because I blew up my knee and I was hanging out behind a number of D1 athletes in terms of the pecking order for who got playing time. Defense is king in the NFL. To this day, we've got these quarterbacks that are coming in. They're not getting the teaching that they need. They're not getting the coaching that they really deserve. And ultimately, they're coming in and they're getting rocked. Look at the young quarterbacks in the league right now. There's not a lot of absolutely phenomenal young quarterbacks. Burrow's already halfway through his career. Sam Darnold, halfway through his career. Lamar Jackson, halfway through his career. Defense is king. All it takes is one hit from one of these Spartan-looking defensive end guys. You know, someone who's 6'3", 6'5", 6'6", 270, 280. All it takes is getting hit by one of those guys one time. The wrong way. Shoulders cooked. Knees gone. Legs snapped. Back broke. You know what I'm saying? So the pressure is mounting. The offensive lines for these NFL teams, they got to protect the quarterback, whether it's the Raiders, whether it's the Patriots, whether it's the Jets and Justin Fields, Burrow over the Bengals. You've got to protect the quarterback. I mean, there's a reason why Lamar Jackson has had to run around in circles and hurt his shit too. So you just got to perform better offensive lines across the NFL. The pressure is mounting and the injuries are already starting to add up as well. For the Raiders, at 2-4, the defense really did keep them going in this one. This was a pivotal moment in the Raiders season. 2-4 is not good. 1-5, even more embarrassing. But the reality is that Cam Ward and the Titans, frankly, they're just worse than the Raiders. It wasn't like the Raiders did absolutely anything that made them look impressive. Jonty looked good. The offensive line looked okay. Geno Smith he started off 4 for 4 and then he threw a pick. So it's just like there's a number of things going on that have got to change, you guys. And it starts with the offensive line. It starts with making better decisions. It starts with scheming better. It starts with setting up the plays, all right? Big shout out to Max Crosby and the other defensive linemen for the Raiders doing their thing. Tonight we got a Monday night game. It's going to be a good one. Be sure to tap in. I'm pretty sure there's always 2 games on Monday Night Football. Let's look that up real quick. Who Monday Night Football tonight? Buffalo Bills, Atlanta Falcons. That's going to be a good one. It's a doubleheader. Chicago Bears versus Washington Commanders, and the Buffalo Bills versus the Atlanta Falcons. My picks for this game, pretty simple. I'm going to go with the Bills, and I'm going to go with the Washington Commanders. It's a pretty obvious choice. Monday Night Football tonight, RMR Breakdown, NFL segment brought to you guys by drinkblackmarket.com. Really cool brand. Highly recommend it. It's an exciting time to be an NFL fan right now. Week 12, we're about a third or a quarter through the season. You got the regular season of 17 games, then you got the playoffs, Super Bowls in February. It's dope. This is a fun year, and especially now too with cannabis being legalized all across the not all across the country, but across so many different places and in other countries as well. Just what an exciting time to be doing this. Now let's switch over to baseball, folks. Now, those of you guys who know me know that I'm not like huge into the baseball. I played it growing up. I was good at it growing up. Your boy did not play in middle school, did not play in high school. I was a football player. And growing up in 5th grade, the Mariners, which are the hottest team to watch in all of Major League Baseball right now, the most exciting team to watch. I would say the Dodgers. Some might say the Blue Jays, right? But the reality is the number one home run hitter in the league is in the Mariners, and they haven't been in the playoffs in 20-something years. And they're in the American League Championship Series against the Toronto Blue Jays, who just kicked the Yankees' ass, mopped the floor with them, spanked them like they was a bad child, and now it's the Blue Jays and the Mariners. But guess what? Seattle, the town, they already picked up the dub. Game 1. Mariners 3, Blue Jays 1. George Springer led off with a homer on the first pitch. Bryce Miller overcame some early damage, allowed just 1 run over 6 innings. Cal Raleigh crushed a solo shot. I bet Seattle went fucking nuts. I bet they went crazy. Jorge Polanco delivered a key RBI hits. And then the bullpen, especially Matt Brash and Andres Munoz, slammed the door after the 6th. The series status as of today, Mariners 1-0. Let's fucking go. Seattle coming in hot, man. Let's fucking go. Game 2 tonight, 5 p.m. EST, 2 p.m. Pacific time on Fox. Toronto counters likely with Kevin Gausman. Seattle may lean on the rotation depth or some bullpen arms. We'll see. But it would be crazy if Cal Raleigh dumped another one. You know what I'm saying? The matchup to watch. Can the Jays adjust to Seattle's pitching and put some pressure on the hitters? Can they put some pressure with their defense? It's something to watch. It's important. Seattle's going crazy right now. And with the Seahawks getting a dub too, I know the town is going wild. I know the energy there is through the roof. I know every bar you go into, it must be lit. 7 days a week right now. It's baseball season. Playoffs. NFL Week 6. Let's go. Mariners are coming off a historic 15-inning American League Division Series Game 5, in which they won. So there might be a little bit of fatigue. Now, in the that's the American League. Now, in the National League, the Dodgers play the Brewers. Dodgers and Milwaukee. Los Angeles, Milwaukee. Dodgers, Brewers. This is important, you guys. This is important. This is one of the oldest franchises in all of sports. Brooklyn Dodgers, LA Dodgers. All right? And so the amount of fans for Los Angeles, the amount of fans. I was just in New York. I saw Brooklyn Dodgers stuff at the airport. We're talking generations here. Both are hungry. Both of them are hungry. What a time it is right now. Major League Baseball postseason. Be sure to tune in, watch, support. There's never been a better time than right now to build community, to get involved. Sports, music, cannabis, community, whatever it is that you like. Right now, we're talking baseball. It's a great time. It's playoffs. Now, switching gears again, big shout out to our sponsor for that series, Major League Baseball ALCS Breakdown, sponsored by greenelevator.com, our premier hemp. Mocktails, I believe this group calls them. They got the lemon teeny, the orange teeny, the lime teeny. You guys got to tap in. greenelevator.com. Now, as we transition over to the basketball, I think it's really important to mention that there has been some crazy changes. And the one that we're going to focus on here today is Kevin Durant with the Houston Rockets. Now, the reason why we're going to put some attention on this one above all the other NBA stories is because, frankly, I think it's absolutely insane that Kevin Durant, Hall of Famer, one of the best scorers all time, I think it's absolutely insane that he's recently switched teams, right? KD left the Suns. They did a trade, and now he's on the Houston Rockets. The team still has Alperen Sengun, and that right there is an incredible 1-2 punch. How does Kevin Durant impact the Rockets? Well, we know he's a guaranteed certified bucket. We know that if he gets to the elbow and he raises up, he's elevating above the defenders every single time, with the exception of the gentleman from France. Which young wings on this team, who are the two-way guys going to be? Who ultimately steps up and fills the gap of Jalen Green going to the Suns? Who ultimately is going to fill the gap for the Rockets defensively? Sengun is not a 7-footer. He might play bigger than he is. He might hustle harder. He might have finesse and touch and be able to yam it when he needs to. But ultimately, they're going to need some additional help. And who is going to be that? That is the question we have for the Rockets. How does the Western Conference balance itself with this new ceiling that Houston has? It's Kevin Durant. It's KD. We're talking Hall of Famer. We're talking certified buckets. We're talking you put the ball late in the game into his hands, and the man's making smart decisions. He's taking the right shots. He's passing the ball to the right person. Who's going to manage that? Who are we going to see alongside KD in those moments, in those tough minutes? Who's gonna play lockdown defense? KD can't guard point guards. He can't guard the point guard and play center and play forward. There's got to be the team. So who else is going to do that? And this is a focus. Houston's identity is shifting, and we're excited to watch that. Preseason game. It's going to be the preseason's happening right now. These games are very important in terms of getting reps, creating that bond, that trust, the flow. And that's something that we really look forward to. I don't have a prediction yet for where the Rockets are going to finish, but I definitely don't know. Like I 100% don't know if they have all the talent today that they need to get to the NBA playoffs. Sitting here right now, I don't believe that they have the talent to get to the finals. There's going to have to be some changes. There's going to have to be some business deals done. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what you guys think. I think it's important. We're all fans of, but we want to see good basketball. What do you guys think is going to happen with them? What kind of experimentation are we going to see? Are we going to see them run small ball a lot? They don't got the bigs. Kevin Durant, quote unquote, the thin man. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing the defense from the Houston Rockets that I'm going to need to see to get into the playoffs and to win the NBA Finals. I'm not seeing it. I am excited to watch. I am excited to watch the entire NBA season. There has been a lot of headlines. There will always be a lot of headlines. It's the NBA. These are some of the most well-known athletes in the world. Kevin Durant, Jalen Green, Houston Rockets, multiple NBA championships in the Houston. Now they got KD, the thin man. Certified bucket. It's going to be exciting. As we transition, but stay in basketball, the WNBA just had their finals. The WNBA and the Las Vegas Aces did their thing. It's been exciting to watch, everybody. I love women's basketball, and I don't love women's basketball because of Caitlin Clark. If you know me, you know that I was reffing basketball from age 17 until I was 25 years old. Hundreds of we're talking like 100 to 200 basketball games a year. Your boy was running my ass up and down the court, and I loved it. Did it for the money, but you do it for the fun, because when you start hurting and you're tired and you're getting yelled at and you're getting cussed at and these people are making fun of you, it sucks. But you do it because One, there's a bag. And two, you got to love basketball. You got to love the sport. And I love watching the Aces play. I love watching the ball movement. I love watching the aggressiveness. I love watching the leadership. I love the branding. Black and silver, baby, Raider Nation. Las Vegas Aces. Building the culture of Las Vegas sports. Creating an environment to be proud of. Creating a space that is something to be excited about. And they just swept the Phoenix Mercury 4-0 in the WNBA Finals to win the championship. A'ja Wilson, Finals MVP, dominant as always, two-way performance, leadership, consistency, combination of jump shots to the back to the basket, combination of free throws. It's not easy. And let's not forget, folks, the basketball only has at most 15 players on a team. It takes coaching. It takes depth. It takes luck. But more importantly than all that, you have to prepare. And you have to stay consistent. It's a culture thing. It's a discipline thing. And the Aces have demonstrated, and they continue to demonstrate, their dominance. And so I have a lot of respect for what they're doing and for their work and their efforts. Big shout out to the Las Vegas Aces, A'ja Wilson, and the entire team for winning another WNBA championship. So exciting. Now, guys, as we revisit today's episode, I'm Joey J. Ping. This is Respect My Region, and this show is called The Breakdown. As I summarize some of the key stories, the Raiders rebounded 2-4 NFL Week 6, making a way back. But the season's tight margin for wins and losses demands that the offense and Geno Smith step up, demands that the offensive line steps up. Julio Rodriguez and Cal Raleigh headline Seattle's rise. The Mariners are back in postseason, and they're hitting a stride. It's fun to watch. It's exciting. Us as fans of just sports, as people just watching, we're watching every single at-bat, every pitch, every play, because there's no margin for error right now. The winner of this series goes to the World Series. The winner of this series goes to the World Series. And if you're Seattle, I believe you've never won the World Series. I'm like fairly certain Seattle has not won the World Series. I don't even know if they've been in it. And I would like to think that I know sports and the history, but I don't think they've been in the World Series. So this is a big deal. Moving back to basketball, Kevin Durant, huge move to Houston. This is a major story for the year. Watch it. Stay tuned. Obviously, LeBron, 23rd season, big deal. He just faked us out with the decision, right? It was a Hennessy ad. No news to retire just yet. So right now, KD in Houston, that's a huge deal. We're gonna watch that. Luka Doncic in LA, we're gonna watch that full season, full practice after a diet. Luka fit Luka. Let's go. And last but not least, you guys got to keep watching the injuries, the trades, and which teams are having momentum. If you guys are sports bettors, you got to be sure to tap in. You got to be sure to watch your teams, watch the picks, watch the data, more importantly. And I think it's really important for you guys to always remember, don't gamble your money. Don't gamble more than you have. All right? From a mental health perspective, don't get in too deep. Right? Try to practice some good, healthy habits there if you guys are of the gambling mind for sports. Now, everybody, we appreciate your watching today's segments. Brought to you guys by extractconsultants.com, Catalyst Hawthorne Lounge and Dispensary, Green Elevator, Triple Seltzers, and Drink Black Market. Really appreciate you all for hanging out watching. That's your full RMR breakdown for October 13, 2025. Next time we'll hit some more info with some, and as always, deeper analysis and try to continue improving. Let us know what you think. I'm Joey J. Ping, and stay locked into all of our platforms. I love you guys. Peace.